Good afternoon, all. I am obliged to be here with you, especially thanks to Vat sir, Birje sir, to give me an opportunity to have this session on Bhagavad Gita. After my PhD, I started uh, or tried to understand Gita. And please pardon me, what I have understood, one lifetime is not enough to understand it fully, end to end, because it is the mother of all science and father of all management. But still, I think, and that is the best subject and probably the most favorite subject that I found. So for last few years, I have been trying to understand it as far as I can, and I'm also making a humble effort to spread the knowledge of Gita uh, as far as I can. So I would start. Bhagavad Gita is the science of yoga. So what is the setting of Gita? Setting of Gita is the battlefield where two armies are facing each other and their relatives. So it's a very difficult situation for Arjun, and Arjun is the main fighter of Pandavas. So he has to take the lead. But what is his work that he is given? He has to kill his relatives. So that is the most difficult work that one person can have in his life. So basically, Bhagavad Gita is applicable in our life also. How? All our life is full of challenges as well as opportunities. So we have to perform the role of Lord Arjun, but also we have to find out someone like Lord Krishna who would be helping us to sail through our life through the challenges and difficulties. So that is what. And even though I was asked to prepare some PPT, so I have prepared the PPT, but I think this half an hour would not be enough to go through each one of the slides, but I would try to cover the main messages from it. So, and what Krishna did, he actually pushed Arjun to the depression or more depression. How? He wanted him to see who he would be fighting with. So he brought his chariot in the middle of the battleground, and he shown him that this is your grandfather, this is your brother, this is your relatives. And then Arjun lost all his willingness to fight, and he is just saying that I would not fight. So that is the situation. Then Krishna is advising him that, giving him some advice that if you do not fight, then the world would say bad things about you and all. So you get up from this depression, perform your duty and all. He is also saying that life and death are part of cosmic process, and self is indestructible and immortal. It is not slain when the body is slain. So all these things he is saying. But Arjun is not very motivated. So he is still not moving much. That is the effect of this teaching. ये थोड़ा slow है. Okay, so Krishna is coming back to the world and giving him some more advice that if you haven't done your work, then people would not be saying good things about you. So please perform your duty. And this is still not enough for Arjun to pick up his bows and arrows and start performing his duties. So now Krishna is going to the next level. So he has blessed us with the advice that he has given to Arjun by the four yogas: Karma Yog, Bhakti Yog, Raj Yog, and Jnana Yog. Karma Yog, what Swami Vivekananda has helped us to understand is to do or to perform your karma. But in karma yoga, we have to simply do the word as karma meanings the work. So that is in simple terms. So you have to perform your duties. He is continuing with the explanation of basically you have to put all your energies to perform your duties selflessly, fearlessly, and all these things. And Lord Krishna is saying that in the path of karma yoga, no effort would be ever lost, and he would take care of all the uh, difficulties that his disciples would be facing through performing his duties, and he would be attending him if he perform his duty very religiously. Also, he is saying that that we should not be too much concerned about the fruits of the action. So, without desiring the fruits of the action, we have to perform our duties. That is what I think he is saying. So, evenness of mind is called yoga. Actually, I should have removed the this thing, but somehow this thing is still coming. This animation. So, first step of karma yoga is to fix thought on the realization of supreme self. Second step is to act, but not with a selfish motive. Does this mean that we should abandon the work? Definitely not. So, we have to perform our duties whether we pass or fail, ups and downs. So, how it is possible? Action should be guided by intelligence, not by self-interest. So, buddhi, yoga is said to be the skill in action. So, what Bhagavad Gita has made Arjun out of that person is he would be becoming dexterous person. And what is dexterous means? A person who is skillfully very effective in performing difficult tasks. I think that is what all we want our youngsters to achieve. So, if we follow the teachings of Lord Krishna Bhagavad Gita, I think it would help us to move slightly in that direction. But at the same point of time, we must not be attached to the fruits of action. I think that is the key message from Bhagavad Gita, we all know. Now Arjuna is asking that what a sage does and what he doesn't do. So that means he is getting now interest. So that's what Krishna has understood, that now he is slowly coming back to the things that he is supposed to be doing. Okay. This is very important thing actually. So we all talk about anger management. And in the next slide, it will be shown that in medicine, in Western world, everyone is talking about anger, how to be doing anger management, lot of things, lot of experts. But actually, Lord Krishna has very nicely explained how the anger thing is arising and how you would be managing it. So, from objects there will be attachment. From attachment, you would be having desire. When that desire is not fulfilled, so you would be having anger. And when anger is there, you would be having confusion. From confusion, we would be having loss of memory. From loss of memory, the intelligence would be distracted. And once the intelligence is distracted, one individual perishes. So this is what is one of the key message from Bhagavad Gita. How we would be controlling our anger, and if we do not control the anger, what would happen? This is what I was saying. So modern medicine, modern psychoanalysis, everywhere we are saying that anger management is one of the most important things that we should do in our life. And Lord Krishna has taught us very nicely. So, while all have difficulties in our life, so what do we do? It is very easy to give up. And maybe some of us would be only doing meditation. But this is what Krishna is saying, no. That is, he is saying that you have to perform duty. Not you would be running away from your problems. We should have a wider vision of our mind and what the cause for the welfare of all. So that is, we have to perform our duty selflessly. I think that is what he is saying again and again. He is again repeating the thing that we have to perform our, we have to actually, that is why we would be doing skill building. So we would be increasing our abilities and we would perform our duties to the single goal. So what is action? And he has also asked that what is, how does a sage works, Arjun? So he is explaining, he who sees action in inaction and inaction in action, he is yogi. So that is the very nice thing that I liked about how Krishna has explained. So you have to actually spend some time to understand what does it mean. He who sees action in action and inaction in action, he is yogi. For one whose actions are free from selfish desire, every work culminates in wisdom. So such an individual holds his life as an offering, a sacrifice to a higher goal. So knowledge as a sacrifice is greater than any material sacrifice. That's what he is also saying. So fourfold of yoga. That is what he is explaining. So devotion, bhakti yoga, knowledge, jnana yoga, psychic control, raj yoga, and work, karma yoga. Cosmic form. It is in the 11th chapter. He is showing that whole world is Lord Krishna, and because Arjun was still not fully motivated, and he wanted to see his actual form. So before this, actually, Arjun was thinking that Krishna is just another individual like him. So he was not too much serious about what Krishna is saying. After seeing this cosmic form, he now understood that who he is speaking to. So he was very frightened. So that's why Krishna came back to his compassionate form and then again started the discussion. We talked about karma yoga. Now this yoga of devotion is also another important thing that was covered in Bhagavad Gita. Second main contribution. Threefold nature of things. This is another important aspect. So here we are speaking about how it is related to work. So the work which is done without attachment, without any selfish desire, and for the betterment of the society, so that is called sattva. The same thing for food, for charity, for anything. So it is, here we are talking about work, but that can be related to all these things. The work which is done with to satisfy our own selfish purpose. I want to be a big person, I want my name to be published everywhere and all. So that would be rajas, right? And then the work which is done through ignorance, without any purpose. Maybe it would have a purpose of negativity, spreading negativity or harming others. So that would be tamas. Same thing for food and as well as charity. So because even though I have not covered, but Krishna is suggesting us to do charity as well as perform work. Food also is there, basically. What is tamasic food, swatic food, and rajasic food. So this is one important thing. Everything he has classified into three categories. So he's saying, resigning all your works to me. So basically he's saying, whatever you would be doing it for me. Means for Lord Krishna. So with your consciousness fixed in the self, being free from desire and egoism, fight free from any mental fever. So this is my philosophy of life. And whoever follows this teaching will also be released from the bondage of work. So our mind has got four faculties. The four faculties, these are thinking, feeling, willing and restraining. Thinking, feeling, willing and restraining, these are related to four yogas. Jnana yoga, bhakti yoga, karma yoga and raj yoga. He is also saying that whatever he has told actually. So these are all secret of secrets. Resigning all your works to me, with your consciousness fixed the self, Jnana yoga, then being free from desire and egoism, fight, karma yoga, and delivered from mental fever, so the Raj yoga. So he has told that you have to perform all these four yogas, and this is what is a very secret message. I have given it to you. Now Arjuna is saying that I am now out of my delusion and depression, so I am ready to fight. Gita should be also read along with Upanishad, but how it goes is, first is our Veds, then summary of Veds are in Upanishad, then Upanishad plus some practical aspects, because Karma Yoga was not in Upanishad, is Gita. I have met few people, and there will be people who has done mastery in Ved and Upanishad, but maybe for us who has to do engineering and management and also to do some work, we have not got enough time to go through all this. I think for us, even if we can read some slokas of Bhagavad Gita, I think it should be more than means a person can do. So, okay. Now, can you please play that slok? So, I would like us to listen to one slok, which is a very beautiful verse. It is slok number 8 and 9 from chapter 5.
करोमीति युक्तो मन्येत तत्त्ववित् पश्यन् शृण्वन् स्पृशन् जिघ्रन् अश्नन् गच्छन् स्वपन् श्वसन् प्रलपन् विसृजन् गृह्णन् उन्मिषन् निमिषन्नपि इन्द्रियाणीन्द्रियार्थेषु वर्तन्त इति धारयन्.
The man who perceives in whatever he is doing, whether hearing, touching, smelling, eating, walking, sleeping, breathing, giving up or seizing, and opening or closing his eyes, that only his senses are acting according to their properties, and that he himself is a non-doer, is indeed the one with true knowledge.
Do you want us to hear it again? एक बार और चला.
नैव किञ्चित् करोमीति युक्तो मन्येत तत्त्ववित् पश्यन् शृण्वन् स्पृशन् जिघ्रन् अश्नन् गच्छन् स्वपन् श्वसन् प्रलपन् विसृजन् गृह्णन् उन्मिषन् निमिषन्नपि इन्द्रियाणीन्द्रियार्थेषु वर्तन्त इति धारयन्.
The man who perceives in whatever he is doing, whether hearing, touching, smelling, eating, walking, sleeping, breathing, giving up or seizing, and opening or closing his eyes, that only his senses are acting according to their properties, and that he himself is a non-doer, is indeed the one with true knowledge.
अब वापस 25 स्लाइड. Because I think Vivekananda was one of the person who has motivated me to perform my duties, and whatever I have explored, I think he has summarized the message of Bhagavad Gita through his complete works from Swami Vivekananda. So, truth, purity, and unselfishness, wherever these are present, there is no power below or above the sun to crush the possessor thereof. Equipped with these, one individual is able to face the whole universe in opposition. Thank you very much.